Greetings, beautiful earthlings. My name is Star. If you are new here, I don't know how you found me, but I am super glad you did. And if you are returning, y'all, the real MVP, you already know. I just wanted to make a quick little video for beginners. I do get this question often, and it's just something I wanted to address. So if you guys are seasoned tarot readers, you might already know some of these tips and tricks, but I highly recommend that if you have any that I have not pointed out, definitely drop them in the comment box below for our beginners that are watching the video, okay? So today we are going to be talking about something that is super vital to tarot reading, and that is creating a safe space for your reading, okay? So a lot of people take this for granted and they do kind of just read very willy-nilly, very casual, and that's totally okay, all right? I want to make that very clear. If you're more comfortable reading casually without a whole setup and everything, that's totally okay, and you are completely valid in however you choose to read. However, I specifically would like to teach you how to create a safe space for your reading environment, okay? So first off, what I want to say with creating a tarot reading environment is that it is something that is going to make you feel more, I hate to say this, but more psychic, okay? So I do have this thing that I tell people often, and that's wear the psychic hat. So when you are trying to first get your bearings reading for people, even for yourself, okay? I do have a video coming right after this one about the do's and don'ts of reading for yourself. I'm not going to start going into that here, but when you start reading tarot, it is very imperative that you kind of put yourself in the psychic chair. What I mean by that is essentially dress for the job you want, right? So think about how you would want a psychic to carry themselves in your reading, right? I don't mean dress like a psychic. I don't mean actually go get a physical hat and write psychic on it, although you can, ironically, if that helps you. But how do you think going to a tarot reader would be? What level of professionalism do you expect a tarot reader to carry when they are reading for you, okay? So that is what you should have in your reading. So whatever level of professionalism you expect from a tarot reader, I expect you also have that for yourself, okay? So again, if you are the type of person that would rather have a casual tarot reader, you'd rather have somebody kind of shoot the shit with you and be really cool with you, that's completely okay. And if that's the environment you want to create, again, you are completely okay to do so, because it's a free world. You can do whatever you want. You can read however you want, whatever makes you comfortable, okay? But for those of you guys who need a little help trying to figure out your environment for tarot reading, that's what this video is for, okay? So personally, what I like to do, other than getting used to wearing the psychic hat, right? That's very important when you're first getting your bearings, is to learn to wear that psychic hat and figure out what level of professionalism you wish to create. That is probably step one, okay? Other than, you know, the basics of learning tarot, researching, bonding with your decks, learning to trust your intuition and your guides, learning to call upon your guides for your energy and protection, right? All of that, clearly, those are precursors to this. But once you learn to wear the psychic hat and you learn to trust yourself as a reader and you learn to respect yourself as a reader, right? That is super important, to respect yourself as a reader and to respect yourself as a psychic, because if you don't respect yourself as a reader, how do you expect your clients to respect you as a reader, right? But even for you just reading for yourself, I feel personally, it is imperative for you to create that safe space for you to read, okay? So this can be anywhere, clearly. You can read for friends out in the world. You can read for friends at their house. You can do events at other places. But if you are just learning and you want to figure out how to get comfortable within yourself as a psychic and as a reader, I feel that creating a safe space for you will help you a lot to learn how to get into that feeling in yourself of comfortability when reading, okay? So personally, what I like to do when I read for others or for myself, I do have lots of crystals around. You guys have seen me in readings where I am constantly trying to show you the crystals I have, just so that you can get an idea what kind of crystals you would like to keep around you. I personally like to have a couple for protection, but then I will also have a couple for increased psychic abilities. So for those of you who are completely starting from ground zero, you have no idea what I'm talking about. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to say ground zero. I meant like absolute zero. But for those of you guys who have no idea what I'm talking about with crystals, what I like to keep around me for protection is specifically obsidian. I do have a couple of little angel crystals that I use to kind of call upon my guides as well. And then for increased psychic abilities, I will have a labradorite, a lapis lazuli, and my Lemurian quartz. I also like to keep my optical calcite with me because my optical calcite helps a whole lot. But I do also like to use a crystal ball. I know some people don't. If you watch, like, Baba Jolie has a little bowl of water there. I do believe that is a scrying bowl, and that's why she has that in front of her. It's just kind of another way to connect with your guides. That's also what I use the crystal ball for as well. When I first started off reading, I did have a clear crystal ball. Now I do have a black obsidian crystal ball, and I do really love that one, but the energy from that thing is immense, so I only bring it out for readings. Like, it's very immense. So definitely any type of crystal. At the mic, I always have my black kyanite on me. I also have a little ammonite here, and this is also for protection. The black kyanite doubles for protection and increased psychic ability, and I do wear a pentacle. I know some of you guys have seen that. That's always in here, and that is also for protection. So whatever you wear that you feel will help you feel comfortable with your protection, with your getting in touch with your psychic abilities, things like that, those will always help you. You can always charm certain pieces of jewelry for that exact reason of being your psychic hat, if you so wish. So another thing that I like to do when I'm getting into my space is light candles. You guys have also seen me when I do readings light candles. The one candle that I use for myself specifically is a little tea light candle, nothing special. It's a white tea light candle, and I do put little bits of amethyst and lapis lazuli in that as well. That is specifically my reading candle, and I have it on the plate with my other crystals for when I read, and then I only light that one when I'm reading. So I will light that when I do the prayer, when I call upon my guides and whatnot. And then once I close the reading and I thank my guides and everything, I blow that candle out. That candle is used for nothing but reading. That way I don't overexert that candle. That way I don't stress out those crystals any. They know what their purpose is. I have also, cleansed, blessed, and activated those crystals for that psychic ability, opening the third eye, opening the crown, being open to my guides and my clients' guides, etc. So not only do I light a candle, I will also have a little wax melt thingy going. Usually I would have like a really pretty smelly candle. At the moment I don't. So I do have wax melts that my friend Katie has made. One of them that I love, love, love having going is the dragon's blood. If you guys know what the smell of dragon's blood is, it is also an incense, and dragon's blood incense would probably be super great for you guys too. It is also one of those meditation smells. You can also use like nag champa, lavender, sage, whatever type of incense really calls to you to help you get into that meditative space. I personally am in an apartment where we cannot have any type of smoke going. We have the most sensitive smoke detectors ever. So the wax melts are super, super helpful for that. And I have also added things to the wax. So the dragon's blood specifically already has angelica root in it. I have added a little bit more angelica root. I added some agrimony, some frankincense, and some myrrh to make it kind of like a little protection spell in my room to create a safe space. So along with all of that, you guys also know that I do love to have the vibrational meditation music going. So sometimes if I'm doing like a love reading, I'll do like a 528 hertz, which is the frequency of love. And sometimes if I'm doing something else where I feel like I need a little boost, I will do that 852 hertz. Excuse me, because 852 is to increase your intuition, right? So you can kind of cycle through all of those meditative music frequencies and see which one works for you, which one makes you feel really good, and then just kind of help get you in that meditative space, right? That will help you a whole lot. So it's super, super important that you guys do get into that meditative space before you do a reading. Something as simple as doing 3 deep breaths will help you, because it's very imperative that you calm yourself, you calm your body, calm your environment, calm your mind to open yourself up to guidance, okay? So I am going to be talking about that in my do's and don'ts video as well. If you guys would like to hang around, check that out later. I will have that posted. That is a very important part of reading, that you need to calm yourself and your environment, okay? So I know some of us have kids and it's a little difficult to do readings with the kids around. Trust me, sometimes I try to do readings with my daughter in the room and she gets really mad because mommy's not quite paying attention to her. So sometimes I will have to take a break, get her a little bit calmed down, maybe get her like show going or get some toys going or something to keep her a little bit busy, or even give her some cards to play with so that she doesn't feel so left out that mommy's playing cards, right? So something that you can do is really make sure that your environment is calm. So if you guys are reading and you've got a house full of people, definitely try to isolate yourself in the bathroom or in your room or something. Even go outside if that helps you. I really don't recommend reading with tons of people around, especially tons of high energy people. It's extremely hard for me personally to read when my family is here. I always try to do my readings before anyone gets here because that just really throws off my vibe. Even if you like hear them talking in the next room, you kind of inadvertently start trying to listen to what they're talking about, right? If it's family, you're just kind of used to that level of comfortability with them, and you will do things like that, or you will feel their energy when they come home, things like that, and it will just throw you off. And by throwing you off, you're throwing off the energy of your cards as well, so you don't want to muck up your cards with any of that frazzled energy, okay? So like I said, if you guys have incense, that would probably help you a whole lot. Definitely cleansing your space. So cleansing your space and cleansing your tools, meaning cleanse your tarot cards, cleanse your crystals, cleanse your space, like the whole space, whatever desk area, whatever you're using will help you a whole lot. Even using something like a tarot cloth or a special table to help you get in that psychic hat situation, you know, will help you a whole lot and help you respect your cards a little bit more. I feel like treating your cards with respect is very important as well, so that your cards also have a level of respect for you and they don't perceive you as like some kind of naive, you know, being that doesn't quite know how to respect them, right? It is a very ancient art. I mean, not ancient, it's a couple hundred years old or something. I could be wrong, you guys. I've been wrong with numbers before, but you guys already know tarot's been around for a very, very, very long time. And tarot kind of demands a certain level of respect. So that's what I'm trying to get across, is anything that you can do to create that level of respect for your cards, create that level of respect for your guides, and that level of respect for yourself is going to really change the vibration of your reading. It's really going to change the vibration of how your guides perceive you and interact with you. And it's going to change a whole lot, okay? So I personally, when I started, I would be super casual too, just kind of do it on my bed. I wouldn't really call on anybody. I wouldn't light any candles. I wouldn't really kind of cleanse. I'd maybe cleanse once every couple of weeks, like things like that. And I notice a huge, huge, huge difference now with doing all of these practices every single time I do a reading, as opposed to being super casual about it, not really cleansing, not really calling on anybody, you know, things like that. And even if you want to go so far as to create a circle for yourself when you are reading, if that helps you feel safer, you can totally do that too. So for those of you guys who don't know what I mean by a circle, it's a common practice in witchcraft to cast a circle when you are doing spells and whatnot, so that you can call upon the outside forces of the guardians of the watchtowers, so that they can protect you while you are doing your magic, and you can also draw from their powers as well. That way you are super protected. Nothing negative, evil, dark, whatever can get into that circle and mess with what you're doing. They can't affect your spell in any way, right? And it's just kind of like a protective bubble around you. Again, I'm not really going to get into how to cast a circle. You don't need salt. You don't particularly need anything but your finger, maybe a wand, right? Visualization and intent is key, and it's everything. So you don't really need much to do that. when I first started really getting serious about doing readings for clients, I didn't quite know how to protect my energy yet. So I would cast a circle just to kind of help me calm down a little bit and not worry so much about being protected and protecting my energy, right? Having that extra help from forces outside of yourself really, really, really helps you a million times over to calm your mind and just give those stresses to another entity so that you're not thinking about it so much in your reading, right? Anything you can do to clear your mind of any clutter, any stresses, things like that, to help you in the reading is going to be super beneficial for you. So whatever that means for you guys, I know I have expressed before, it's super important to drink water when you are reading, because water, I'm sorry, I'm constantly going on this TED Talk about water, but water will replenish your body, your cells. And remember, water comes from Mother Gaia, right? So you are also getting in touch with Mother Gaia. I also do give a nice little thank you to Mother Gaia every time I get a glass of water and ask her to bless that water, not only asking, you know, my God and my angels to bless the water, but I ask Mother Gaia to also fill that water with her love and light energy from Gaia, from the earth, right? So whatever you can do to protect yourself and fill yourself with energy is going to help you a whole lot. I cannot express to you guys how important that is to protect your energy in a reading, because anybody who's starting off tarot knows readings are extremely draining. Even doing one really long reading, people tend to feel their way through a reading, right? So it seems that when we are learning tarot, we think that the only way to really interpret the energy of the spread is to put our, I don't know how to explain it, like our being, our essence in that feeling and feel our way through it. And that uses a lot of energy. A lot of energy. And when you do that, and you're doing that a couple times a day for clients, and you're not cleansing and you're not protecting yourself, you're pretty much going to be done for the day. If not for the next couple of days, you're going to feel like garbage. Like, it's a terrible feeling. And I have noticed a huge change simply by calling upon my guides before a reading. You guys have seen me in readings do a little prayer. That is huge. If you're not a praying person, if you don't believe in a god or a deity, things like that, you can just call upon the universe. You can call upon Mother Gaia to fill your body and your aura with love and light energy, to help give you that boost of energy, to help give you that boost of intuition. And that's going to help you so much. Okay, I think it's just imperative for you guys to learn to protect your energy and to fill yourself with as much energy from outside sources as humanly possible, okay? So I know I got a little on a tangent there, but I think all in all, I did give you all of my pointers, at least what I like to do. I try not to eat during a reading. I know, like I said, some of you guys are casual readers, will, you know, drink your coffee, drink your tea, drink your whatever, right? If you guys are tea drinkers, you can totally bless all of those herbs, all of that tea. You know what I mean? That'll help you a whole lot too. Thank Mother Gaia, thank the spirit of those herbs, of those roots, for their contribution to you, and ask Mother Gaia to bless them with protective love and light energy, as well as psychic ability, psychic intuition, clear sight, clear mind, what have you. That will help you a whole lot too. Just try to maintain a level of professionalism when learning tarot. And personally, okay, for me, I feel like that has helped me a whole lot, not to just be laying on the couch watching Dexter while I'm doing a reading, right? It's just a whole lot of external stimulus that you don't need, that is not helping you in any way. So that is the point of this video, is to teach you guys that clearing your mind, clearing your intuition, calming yourself, calming your environment, creating a safe space, creating that psychic hat for yourself is going to help you so much. Mind you guys, I understand a lot of us that are starting out with tarot may be very young, may also be in the closet in our house, may have a lot of people around us we can't do things like that with. Remember, intention is everything. So if you cannot smoke cleanse, if you cannot create a whole safe space, right? Things like that. Having something as simple as one little candle going can help you. Maybe even having one little crystal with you, whether it's something you wear or something you specifically wear only for readings. I feel like that is important, right? Clearly, I wear these all the time, constantly. But if you have something that you can charm specifically for readings to be your psychic hat, your little bubble of protection, what have you, you can even create a protection spell like elixir and bless it onto that piece of jewelry and use that piece of jewelry specifically as your channeling, I want to say crystal ball. Do you know what I mean? Like, if you can't have a crystal ball, if you can't have a candle, if you can't have smoke cleanse, if you can't have incense, if you can't have things like that, if you're in the closet using a little mini tarot deck, learning things like that, something as small as a charmed piece of jewelry will also help you out a whole lot to create that psychic environment, okay? So things like learning to meditate, learning to calm your breaths, learning to calm your mind. Like I said, 3 very big, deep yoga breaths. So if you guys don't know how to do yoga breaths, I also very highly recommend learning to do that. Learning to breathe into your belly, you know, into your diaphragm, into your belly, as loud and as long as you can, right? You learn that very early on in yoga, to breathe deeply and keep breathing in as long as you possibly can until you think you can't breathe in any longer. Keep breathing in after that, and then do the same thing on the release, right? Keep breathing out when you think you can't breathe out anymore. Keep breathing out, right? It's very important to utilize visualization in your breathing. So there is something I learned in one of my books. I want to say The Witch's Book of Self-Care, which was breathe in light energy from Mother Gaia, from the universe, from the stars, from the cosmos, whatever, and breathe out sparkles. And I know that sounds funny to some of you guys, but it's also like releasing the negative energy, right? So breathe in love and light energy, breathe out negative energy. That can also be a mantra you use in your meditation, in your 3 deep breaths, right? So I really hope that these tips and tricks helped you guys, helped any beginners. I hope that some of these can also be utilized for the experienced tarot reader. If you guys made it to the end, please give me a very big thumbs up. You guys already know that helps me out so much with the YouTube algorithm. If you didn't like this video, that's cool. Thumbs down. You don't have to like my video. If you guys got something from this, or if you have something to contribute, go ahead and drop that in the comments below. I would love to hear what you guys do to create your psychic space, and I would love to learn some new things maybe I can incorporate myself, right? So I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. I really hope that wherever you are, wow, I'm always looking for my button. I really hope that wherever you are when this video reaches you, you have a beautiful, wonderful day, my friends. And I can't wait to see you in the next one. Namaste.